Hi, hello. Is
Hello?
this Wasim? Is this Wasim?
Yeah?
Hey, Wasim, this is Tommy Bryson. How are you? How can I help you?
Oh, Tommy, what's happening?
What's happening, bro? How
Uh,
can I help?
uh, so my inquiry with you would be, so how to start flipping phones. I
So, you,
messaged you on Instagram as well, but you gave me a reply, but it's a bit confusing.
okay.
Even though it's
So, so you want to know exactly how to flip phones, and I'm guessing where are you right now?
Scotland.
You're in Scotland. Wow, that's insane, man. How do you find my channel?
YouTube, bro. I don't know how I found it. I was just scrolling through and I found you.
Well, that's awesome, bro. All right. So, have you started flipping any phones yet? Have you sold anything?
No, no, nothing at all.
Okay.
Nothing at
How
all.
much?
I saw your
How
video
much?
on how to flip it.
Okay. How much
What,
cash
sorry?
do you have?
Right now I've probably got like 3,000.
You have $3,000. 3,000. Is that euros?
Yeah, that's, no, pounds.
Pound, okay, pound. Okay, all right. So I'm sorry about the currency stuff. I don't really know anything about currency. All right, so 3,000 pounds, and you want to
Yeah.
learn how to flip phones. Okay, I'm guessing you guys down there have Facebook, like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
What other websites you have? Craigslist,
No, not Craigslist, but eBay.
eBay. Okay, but what other websites you guys use like for like local pickups and stuff like that? Just like selling like peer to peer. Like I want to sell to a friend or like in my local neighborhood. Like what other websites you guys use?
Facebook. I'll be local, but
All right, so what you want to do when it comes to selling phones is obviously you want to buy phones for discounts and resell them for a profit. Now, how do you know exactly how much to actually buy that phone for? Well, it depends where you're actually going to sell it. If you're going to sell that phone on eBay, which is usually what I use because it's easier to sell because there's so many customers out there, what you want to do is basically say, okay, so let me look up a phone. For you, what seems you just getting started here, I would probably start with maybe like an iPhone X or like an iPhone
yeah.
X Max. Not that much money to where if you do make a mistake, you're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm so broke. So if you buy like an iPhone X, to find out exactly what the price is for it, you want to go to eBay, and then you want to go to where it says filter, and you want to click, for example, completed orders,
Yeah.
and then
The
once you do
sold, the
that,
sold side.
yeah, sold items and also completed orders, and it'll show you exactly all the phones that have actually sold and what they actually sold for. If the order is not completed, it might be basically that they actually returned the item and that's not what you want, okay? So you want completed and sold orders, okay? Once you find out
Mhm.
exactly what they're selling for on eBay, so for example, they're selling for $500, right? Let's just say that.
Okay.
Now, you got to understand that eBay is going to charge you around like 10% off the bat. That's their fee. Maybe in England it's different. I mean, Scotland is different, but over here in the US it's 10%. On top of that, if you're going to use PayPal for the transaction, they're going to charge you somewhere around 3.3% or something like that. So right off the bat, just between eBay and PayPal, they're taking around 13% of your profits, okay? So what you want to do is
Okay.
basically deduct that from the price of the phone. So if it's going for $500 and you know for a fact eBay is taking, for example, 13% with eBay and PayPal, well, that leaves you $435 after you deduct all the
Mm.
eBay fees and the PayPal fees, right? Now, you don't want to go out there and buy a phone for that price, obviously, because you also have to take into account, well, what about shipping, right? That's something else. Shipping is that maybe let's say $10 or whatever, right? So minus $10. Now
Okay.
we're down to 425. Now let's say my name is Wasim. How much money do I want to make on this phone? The answer might be, well, I might want to make just starting out maybe $50 to $75 to $100 per phone. So now I want to minus from that price my profit. So in my case, if I want to make $50 from this phone, well, now I know for a fact I have to buy this phone for $375 and then resell it for $500 to cover all the fees, the shipping costs and everything, and also give me a profit of $50. Does that make sense?
I get you. Yeah, I get you. See how long does it actually take for a phone to get sold?
It can take it's taking me, for example, sometimes it's taking me like a week, but sometimes it's taking me like minutes. So it all depends on your marketplace, okay? In the US there's always somebody looking for an iPhone. iPhones sell a lot faster than Androids.
Yeah, I heard about that. So what if the see an iPhone? What's the back is like cracked? Do you leave that
Well,
phone, or do you still
all
do the
right.
deal with that phone?
No, it all depends, man. The iPhone I have right now is an iPhone X Max, and the back is actually cracked. And people think that, well, the back is cracked. you can't fix it, you're done. No, you can go to a store and get it fixed, but in reality, you need to get those estimates, right? Usually, when I want to buy a phone and it's cracked, I say, hey, to fix this phone, it's going to cost me this much money at the Apple store, right? So they know that. So they have to discount that from the price. But then I just go, for example, to a normal store, ask them to fix it for me for like half the price, and then I can go ahead and resell it for a profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get
But
you.
you gotta,
I get you.
yeah, but you gotta find out exactly what the average price in your area is. For example, to fix a cracked screen, to fix a bag, to fix, for example, like a port. But usually, when you're first starting out, don't make it complicated. Just buy nice phones that are in good condition. And by the way, a little tip is this that I did all the time was you want to go on eBay and you want to buy the boxes for the phones.
Yeah, the boxes and the earphones and the charger and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So you can actually buy the boxes for like $10 with the chargers and everything. And when you sell the phone, you say, hey, including the phone, the charger, the box. People love that. It makes them seem like, hey, it's almost new or whatever, you know. So it's also like a premium that you're gonna get for that phone.
You know what it is? It's like hard finding the phones.
Well, you gotta go on. You gotta use your marketplace, right? You gotta go Facebook.
Yeah.
You gotta use over here we have Facebook, we have OfferUp, we have Let Go, we have a lot of websites and Craigslist to go ahead and list things and basically buy them.
I've never used Craigslist. How does that work?
Well, Craigslist.
Just go on Craigslist and search it up.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a little warning here, right? Because this is also dangerous, right? When you're gonna meet someone, always meet someone in daylight. Always meet someone in public. And if someone's telling you, oh, I can meet you at nighttime, the answer is no. Always meet in public. Always meet, for example, like during the day when you guys first started out. On top of that, whenever you accept a payment, if it's gonna be like the Cash App, great, no problem. Like whatever you have in like Scotland, if you, like Zip, like basically like QuickPay, no problem. But if it's gonna be cash, you wanna verify that cash. Do not walk away without looking at the cash and making sure that that's actually real money. Okay, because people do that type of stuff.
Okay.
And on top of that, a little tip is this. Okay, when you're gonna go ahead and buy a phone, you wanna have a few SIM cards to test out the phone. If it's basically unlocked phones sell for a lot of money. If the phone is locked to a carrier, for example, in America we have, for example, like T-Mobile, Verizon, all these companies, right? If it's locked to a carrier, it might be that basically that person like bought the phone, still owes money on it, and now trying to sell it to you, but you don't know they owe money on it. So then, so then Verizon or T-Mobile is going to eventually block the phone, and then you're going to have a massive problem on your hands, okay? So you want to make sure that doesn't happen to you.
Well, is there anything else I need to know about the phone before I purchase it?
Yeah, you want to make sure that the phone is not stolen. That's also one thing. So when do you want to get started with this?
Oh, yeah, I was saying, so I want to get started ASAP, but I should be getting started with the iPhone X, as you said.
Yeah, just start small and just like with whatever you have. And like, okay, what you don't want to do is like buy like an iPhone 12, because if you buy like an iPhone 12, then you have the problem of, hey, I just bought this phone, but if it turns out the phone is like stolen or has a balance on it, you're gonna have a massive issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
Start off small.
Yeah. Start off small.
So just.
And by the way, you don't have to do an X. You can also do, for example, when I first started out, you can do like 7s and 6s. That's fine. But those and like iPhone SEs, but you have to like those phones are very.
Do they still sell though?
The only way to find out is to test the market.
Oh, okay, fair.
And the condition is important. So the idea is when you go, here's what I recommend you do, right? When you go, for example, when you go home, if you're home right now, go on Google Sheets or Excel, and or like on a piece of paper, doesn't matter. Make a list of all the phones, for example, like iPhone 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, XR, all those phones, and you want to write down right next to it what the going price for them actually are, like on eBay, like what that should sell for. Remember, completed orders and also sold items, okay? Once you get that information, you want to write it right there, and then you want to put in, for example, my eBay fees, my shipping fees, my PayPal fees, my profit, and it'll tell you, and once you minus all that stuff, it'll tell you exactly what you should be buying each iPhone for. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and just be careful. One thing you don't have to like do is like negotiate a lot. It's a numbers game. So if you know if I have a phone listed for 500, and you tell me I'm only gonna give you 375 for it, I'm gonna feel offended about it. So you kind of have, just be honest, okay? Like, hey, I resell phones. Like, this is what I do. Your phone is only worth this much. I have to resell it, but I have cash on hand right now, and I can buy it off of you right now. Usually, saying I have cash on hand is going to basically help a lot of people say, hey, okay, I'll sell you this phone.
Maybe I should take it though, over the 500 quid. If they know, if you tell them that you resell phones, then they'd be like, okay, if you're going to resell it, I can just resell my phone as well.
Yeah, people,
But it's just the way you negotiate, I guess.
yeah, it's all about negotiation, and you don't want to leave. You don't. People repeat sometimes, right? So if a person like sold you a phone, next time maybe when like the new iPhone comes out, they might want to sell you a phone because you're like a good person or like they have a friend. So don't try to scam anyone, like lowball them like crazy, but just give them like a fair price. Like the fair price is like all the fees minus your profits, whatever that is. That's basically a fair price. But if you're trying to make like $200 per phone, $150 per phone, it's gonna be you're gonna be looking for a while.
So if they say no, that's fine. You can just go as well. You can just walk away then.
If they say no, well, you don't meet up with anybody before you actually like get a deal, right? So you talk to them on Facebook first, on Craigslist. You talk to them like through messages and text, right? And you also want to get, for example, like a text-free number. That way, you never give away your real number. You never know who's gonna like who you're dealing with. So just get like a text-free number. A text-free number is like a second phone number. You guys have that over there. It's like an app, like a free number app.
Okay.
Yeah, just get like a free number app. You text them through there, and you negotiate through there. And when you meet up with the cash. Before you give the cash, check the phone, make sure everything is good and solid to go.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right. Well, cheers, Tommy.
All right. Did I answer all your questions?
All right. Yeah. Wait, one more question. Can I get started? I can get started ASAP, can't that though?
Can you get started ASAP?
Like, I can get started ASAP. I just need to start looking properly. That's it.
Yeah, just start with an iPhone 8 or like an iPhone 7. If you're like a little scared to lose money, just start with like a little lower version. But before you buy something, make sure the market already exists. So go on to eBay and see if those iPhone 7s or 8s have been selling in your area. That way you know, hey, all right, this phone is selling. It sold like yesterday, so let me go ahead and buy it right now.
I get you.
Yeah. So sounds good?
All right, Tommy. Yeah.
All right, brother. So if you have any more questions or like ever want to schedule another call, just like the link, just use the link and then schedule a call, and I'm always available. Okay.
All right. Cheers, Tommy.
All right. Thanks again. We'll see you.
Bye.
All right, guys. So that guy Wasim was from Scotland. Okay, I had no idea people from Scotland actually. Again, I forgot to use this thing right here, but again, it's too late by this point. But again, Wasim is from Scotland, and he wanted to know exactly what flipping phones was actually like. Flipping phones is simple. You have a phone, you buy it for a discount, you sell it for a profit. The hard part is all the negotiations go into place, and although it is a good business, it takes a lot of physical work, so it's kind of like a full-time gig, so keep that in mind. So if you want to do that, it is full-time. It's not that easy. There is competition out there, and it does take a lot of work, so just make sure everything is good. Now, the overall massive tip is this. Make sure you are safe. Do not meet people at nighttime or, for example, in alleys, or check the money always, and always say, hey, I have to go to the bank first to get the money out before I give it to you. But right now, let's check out the phone to make sure everything is good. Once you check it out, be like, oh yeah, I actually have the money here. Give it to them. But be very careful. You never know if somebody's going to try to rob you or do something weird to you. Be very careful. On top of that, if a deal seems too good to be true, usually it is too good to be true. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If it sounds like, hey, I don't think this is real, well, most likely it isn't real. People get scammed all the time with like new phones, but then they get blocked, and now you have a new phone that's blocked and you can't do anything about it, okay? But guys, overall, hopefully this helped you in some way. Hopefully you learned something here. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And as always, if you want to be on the show, well, go ahead and join the show. Link down below. It's free. And on top of that, as always, like if you liked it. On top of that, also subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you guys want to text me or talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon. Link down below. Or send me a DM on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch another video, here's the video right here. And click my face right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace.